Hey friends, Whit here, founder of QueerWell. I am on a walk at the present moment, so if a moving camera bothers you, maybe set this down and just listen. I'm out with my little guy, Wally, and thinking a lot about my health. If you don't know me, I was bit by a tick in 2018 in Southern California, and I contracted Lyme disease. And I went a year without a formal diagnosis. The testing for Lyme disease is notoriously flawed and inaccurate. So my initial test was negative, and I was sent home from Cedars-Sinai's hospital, told that I was stressed and that I should just get some rest. I ran a fever for a solid 3 weeks, and prior to that tick bite, I had been on a 10-mile hike and had endless amounts of energy. Like 10 miles barely fazed me. And suddenly I found myself on my couch in Silver Lake, Los Angeles, unable to walk. And I don't know if anyone watching this has ever had an illness that, or a disability that removes your ability to move, but it was one of the most life-altering things that's ever happened to me. And, I'm pensive right now because there's so much. Sorry, Wally is off on a mission here to mark every tree in my neighborhood. And I'm really pensive with everything that's going on with COVID-19 because the way that we handle pandemics, I'm not surprised by what's happening in some way. Lyme disease is another really scary illness that has spread, and it used to be thought of as only a New England disease. It started in Lyme, Connecticut, but I know lots of folks in California who have it and who have gotten tick bites in Southern California. So I, for a time, lost my ability to walk, and it was devastating. I couldn't even get to the driveway to my garbage cans. So in some way, I'm not new to house arrest. I'm actually getting emotional because it was so scary, and I really, I'm tender with just how much fear there is going around on health, and I'm also really protective of my health. And prior to getting Lyme and that tick bite, I was always on the move, moving 100 miles an hour. And I didn't appreciate the health that I had. And as I've healed, there's a lot of debate if one can ever fully heal from Lyme. I still have some symptoms, but I'm clearly out and walking. The gratitude that I have for what my body is capable of is tremendous. I haven't tried hiking 10 miles, maybe a little bit before I do that, but what I can do is walk my dog. And when your health is threatened, and you recover, the gratitude that I have for the small things is really profound. So what I want to say to you today is, wherever you are, whatever state you're in, if you can connect in some way to what you do have with your health, and sincerely find a way to be grateful today, or list out, or if you don't feel comfortable leaving your house, that's not available to you, or you're not feeling well today, or you have coronavirus or some other condition that limits your ability, I would encourage you to see if you can connect to what you do have, because there was a time where I thought I would never see the blue skies of Los Angeles again. And, I survived. And people do die of Lyme disease. If you know Leslie Feinberg, they were a tremendous person in the LGBTQ community, an activist and author, Stone Butch Blues. And it's my understanding that they died in part of complications with Lyme disease and other underlying illnesses. If it's not treated, it can be degenerative. And I'm not on here to like create more fear about everyone's health, but just to create awareness that, you know, a lot of us, or I can just speak for myself that, you know, I was a very healthy, active athlete before I got sick. And a lot of folks who get Lyme, you know, we get it because we go outdoors, and I just took everything for granted. And so right now, even with everything going on, I'm getting back in touch with just my gratitude for my health. There's a lawnmower outside, and you know what? It's loud, but I'm grateful that like I can hear, you know. My grandfather's in his early 90s, and he's going deaf. He was in the Korean War, and then he worked on a farm his whole life with really heavy, loud machinery. And so even with him, you know, it's hard to communicate. And I realized, like, yeah, bodies get sick and they age and we lose senses. So if you can today, just like try, even if it's just for 5 minutes, to connect with the parts of your body that are healthy and that are working. I don't have the energy that I wish I had. I'm not going to go run a marathon like I might have when I was 25. And, you know, it's interesting because people see me and they like automatically assume that I'm like super fit. And even in wellness classes, like I'll get halfway through and sit and take a break. And we make a lot of assumptions about folks too. And that's the thing, you know, about a virus or other chronic conditions is you don't know what people have, you know? We don't know what people are walking through. So I'm gonna flip the camera here. Oh wait, it doesn't want to flip, so I'm not gonna flip the camera here. And I also encourage you to be present. I'm sitting here talking to my phone. I'm gonna get off and breathe in the air. It's been raining in LA, and I'm grateful for the rain. I know we all hate it and complain about it, but the air is so fresh. It reminds me of the Northwest where I grew up. So I'm gonna hop off of here, maybe go write down a few things that I'm grateful for with my body, down to like my fingers. Once I sprained my thumb playing volleyball and I couldn't write with my right dominant hand for a month. It hurt to type. We don't realize like how many parts of our body it takes. So I'm grateful. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If there's a part of your body that you appreciate. There's my Subaru, lesbian vehicle of America, which I got before coming out, which everyone thinks is really funny. I like didn't know that was a gay thing. So be well, friends. Live well. Queer well. Okay, bye.